Ever tried to code something that seems simple until you realize you have no idea where to close your divs? Today I'm building out the services page for a barbershop website. Think haircuts, eyebrows, fades, all cleanly laid out. But it's not just about throwing text on a page, it's about structuring it right section by section. So I started with the bones. Basic HTML setup, title and a heading for the services page. I use paragraphs for the pricing, and a bit into what the services are actually about. Then I moved into building out the service blocks, haircuts, beard trims, eyebrow shaping, each one got its own div. At first, I was just dropping paragraphs in until I realized I needed more structure, so I started wrapping each section in separate container divs. What slowed me down was figuring out how I wanted each service to sit on the page. Like, where should the price go? Should I group similar services? And where the hell do I close this div without breaking the layout? Ended up spending way longer than I should have just adjusting where each div starts and ends, and a few times I refreshed the browser and saw a jumbled mess. But once the layout started to click, it felt like a solid win. Okay, now it is making some sense. As well with the services that are being offered, those services might actually be liable to change in the future. I was just trying to get a couple of placeholder names to be written down just so I could see how everything will work and how everything will look inside of a border. Because more than likely when it comes to the services, we're going to end up having tapers, we're going to have fades, we're going to have long haircuts. But so far we just did adult cut, child cut, which will also probably be in there as well. Also, do not worry about the prices. Those are also just some placeholders as well. I have a bunch of creativity freehanding that I get to be able to do here. So I know I'm going to struggle the most there when it comes down to what do I want to write, because I overthink a lot of the little things, but so far this has just been super duper fun. So the plan for this website is to actually end up adding a div class which will be considered the divider, and the divider is going to be the same color blue as the button is. And what that divider is going to do, it is going to split up the home page from the services page from the booking page, the booking from the contact information, and so on, depending on how many pages I decide to end up making the website look aesthetically clean. It's gonna look so beautiful, and I just cannot wait to see the finished product of this website. Next, the goal is to end up putting all these services, each service, because there's about 4 separate sections of them, as you can see here. I believe there's 2 on the screen. And the goal is to put it inside of a div that is going to be wrapped inside of a border. And that border is going to be what holds all of that information together. And when you end up hovering over it, I want it to float in the air. There's going to be a picture inside of it, and it's just going to look super damn cool. And I meant hover, by the way. Float in the air is insane. But that is what is ultimately going to end up coming out looking like, which I cannot wait for. The prices are going to be in green. We're going to have everything done with Flexbox, because I ended up messing up last episode, doing a lot of things in positioning, which was not something I should have done. But now I'm kind of hooked to it, so I'm going to need some help on something in the next episode, because I already filmed it. So, hey, giving y'all a little sneak peek. Can't wait to tell you what the help is. But I had to use something in position, and I need help on how and what should I actually use to put it exactly where I need it to be. And maybe the reason why I have to use position is because I used position before, so I'm kind of throwing off my website. We'll see. Hopefully y'all can end up helping me in that episode. But man, this is crazy. I've only been coding for 3 months, and I'm already here building out an actual services page. Like, really sitting here with writing HTML, structuring stuff, figuring out what goes where, and the wildest part, a few months ago, I didn't even know how to open code editor. I remember just staring at the screen, Googling what a div was, how to even center it. I didn't even know where to start. I just knew I wanted to learn something new, and now I'm here building sections for haircut prices, eyebrow trims, fade styles, and it's just so unreal. And I'm not gonna lie, getting that certification felt like such a big moment. Like, it just confirmed that I wasn't crazy for trying this. I put in the hours, I studied hard, and I ended up getting a huge win. What really keeps me going through this is your guys' support. Thank you guys so much for encouraging me, for keeping me pushing, for writing great comments towards me. It definitely has kept me inspired to keep going, and honestly, I'm just truly thankful. And I was stressing so hard when it came to doing this services part, but just remembering that you guys have always been there to support me and encourage me, I pushed through and I finally got it to what I wanted it to be. So at this point, I've got all the services in, the price is placed, and the HTML structure makes sense. It's not styled yet, but the skeleton is solid, which to me is a huge win. Next video, I'm going to be testing every section inside of a border class, making sure nothing is spilling out, and I'm also going to be adding a CSS divider between each section to make sure this feels more smooth from top to bottom. Let's see if I actually understood everything I just ended up building.